Hi there! So today I wanted to get out in my garden and just do a few random things. I want to deadhead geraniums. I got to deadhead my white ones out by my red and white and blue garden bed by the mailbox. I also have to deadhead my ones over by the plum tree bed. And then I have to deadhead my roses up here, my Easy Elegance roses. I think I'm gonna go trim back my delphiniums. Finally, they are done blooming, so I'm going to cut those back in hopes that they rebloom again. And then I also want to show you guys this rose I got, and this is a David Austin rose, and I was at the Meijer grocery store. It's like a department slash grocery store that we have here in Michigan, and it started here in Michigan, this store, and it is in other states as well. But anyway, they have a garden center, and I actually work for the company that grows perennials for the Meijer garden centers. But I was in there working and I went to leave and I seen this rose and I thought, man, that is a beautiful rose for a grocery store garden center. And so I knelt down and I smelled it, and it smelled heavenly. It reminded me of like my great grandma's rose gardens that climbed up a trellis at my house that I actually grew up at. But anyway, and then I looked at the tag, and it's an Emily Bront rose, David Austin, and check out the price tag. This is the original price. This isn't on clearance. This isn't on sale. This is the original price. $14.99, 15 bucks for this Emily Bront David Austin rose. So I took it up to the register. I'm like, are you sure this is only 15 bucks? And the lady's like, yep. So I was like, I'll take it. But anyway, I'm gonna get this sweet girl planted down in the garden, and I'm trying to figure out, I need to Google it and see like what it usually looks like, but I feel like it starts out maybe this like deeper peachy color, and then as it ages it looks like it turns like a lighter pink to that, and then it keeps aging. But I'm really excited about this. Like, I can't even believe it was only $15. I feel like I like stole it or something. Like, I feel like I did something wrong, but I didn't. So anyway, we're gonna get that planted, and I'm gonna check out my lamb's ear. I really want to cut that back because it looks really trashy right now, but every time I go over, there's so many bumblebees on it, and I just don't have the heart to cut it back. So we'll check on that, and then maybe I'll just show you a few things that are blooming in the garden. All right, let's go. Oh, I feel like I just want to carry this around with me everywhere today. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. $15. There's a praying mantis. Wow. I don't see very many of those. He's a little baby one. So I'm pretty sure that this little blue stem grass over here is reseeding itself, and I really want to keep it, but I don't know, I don't really have anywhere else to put it, so I'm just gonna toss it. But I think that's kind of cool that did that. while we're over here, I wanted to show you guys the grass is starting to sprout in my path.
You've been making your brags around town that you've been loving my man. But the man I love, when he picks up trash, he puts it in a garbage can. But that's what you look like to me. And if you get too cute or witty, you better close your face and stay out of my way. If you don't wanna go to Fifth City, if you don't wanna go to Fifth City, you better detour around my town. 'Cause I'll grab you by the hair of the head and lift you over the ground. I'm not saying my baby's a saint, 'cause he ain't, and he won't get around with a kitty.
Hi.
I'm here to tell you, girl, lay off of my man if you don't wanna go to Fifth City.
So something is eating my Black Beauty elderberry. I think it's probably the Japanese beetles. I've seen a few of them out and about. It's kind of ugly. So I think I'm going to trim some of that stuff off.
Well, come on, tell me what you told my friends, if you think you're brave enough. And I'll show you what a real woman is, if you think you're hot stuff. You bite off more than you can chew. If you get too cute or weird, you better move your feet. If you don't wanna eat a meal, it's called a Fifth City. If you don't wanna go to Fifth City, you better detour around my town. 'Cause I'll grab you by the hair of the head and lift you over the ground. I'm not saying my baby's a saint, 'cause he ain't, and he won't get around with a kitty. I'm here to tell you, girl, lay off of my man if you don't wanna go to Fifth City. I'm here to tell you, girl, lay off of my man if you don't wanna go to Fifth City.
Okay, we are making lots of progress, and it did rain before I came out here, so my hair is about to turn into the Lion King. At least I have a hair tie today. But I wanted to show you a couple things that I'm finding really interesting. I thought I would share. One of them is the lupine, or lupine, I know I pronounce it wrong. So the lupine I planted, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I planted it here, and it probably only gets about 4 hours of sunlight, and it's already putting on more buds and blooming. So this is a new bloom. This was a new bloom, the white one. This one right here is putting on a brand new bud, and I thought I saw more in here. It was on a different plant. Let's see. Oh, here it is. There's a little one coming on right here. So I'm pretty happy with this in this spot. The soil stays pretty wet right here, which it asked for on the tag. And even though, and it did say, you know, sun to part sun. I didn't know if this would be enough, but it seems like it is, because like I said, it's already blooming a second time and it's got more buds on it. There's something else I wanted to show you. What was it? Crap. Oh, I remember. I've literally been with the camera off. I've been standing here asking myself what it was that I wanted to show you. But my little experiment, well, a couple things. this Charlotte rose is blooming again. It's got 2 more brand new buds on it. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. But I wanted to show you these impatiens right here. It's not a total fail. They actually look really good. I mean, they're tiny still. They're not really putting on too much growth, but they're blooming and the leaves are super green and lush looking, and these are in the full sun. So I wanted to show you guys that. And the sunflower that the bird dropped me off is about to bloom anytime. I planted sunflowers in here, and as soon as they popped up, I think the rabbit came and took them. There's a couple left. There's one, let's see. There's a few left in here. They're in there, but I'm pretty sure their bunny will probably steal them. These are also planted in the full sun, Beacon Impatiens, and they're doing really great. Okay, so real quick before I sign off here, I had a comment from Melissa, and she pointed out that I talk about Beacon Impatiens a lot. Not just Impatiens, but Beacon Impatiens. There is a huge difference, and I did make a movie about it last fall, I think maybe in like November. But I've planted Impatiens for years, but I don't know, about halfway through the year, or quicker than halfway through the year, they get this disease called downy mildew, and they just stop flowering, and then the leaves, this green part, it looks just really sick and yellow and gross. And there's just not a lot of other things that you can plant in the shade, and so I would just plant them anyway, and knowing that they were going to get the downy mildew and die. And then I was like, I can't spend any more money on these. They're driving me nuts. I'm just not going to plant any. I'm just going to stick with big begonias. Well, then I found these amazing plants. They're Impatiens. They look exactly the same, but they're bred to withstand the downy mildew, and they are resistant to it. 100% resistant to it. I planted them last year for the first time just to test it out. Not one plant got downy mildew, and anyway, I just wanted to quickly share that with you guys, so in case you don't want to go back and watch my whole movie. But if you want to plant Impatiens, look for the one that says Beacon Impatiens, and they are amazing. You guys will love them. You will not be disappointed. That's all I ever plant. So anyway, that's my tip for the day, and thank you, Melissa, for reminding me to tell everybody that. Some more of my Beacon Impatiens, and they usually are a little bit bigger at this point in the season. Oh gosh, let me just clip those nasty hosta leaves off, you guys. All right, that's better. Yeah, so these are usually a little bit bigger by this time in the season, but I got them in late because my sister grew them for me this year. And I think that she kind of totally forgot about them, and so did I. She called me up one day and she's like, "You're Beacon Impatiens." I'm like, oh, I forgot. So anyway, I got them in a little bit late, and then I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before, but our underground sprinkling went out for, I don't know, like 2 weeks. It was really hot, and so, oh, I hate to even admit it, but I just didn't water them. So they were struggling, but they're doing fine now, and they are going to be big and huge before you know it. Here are some other plants that do really good in the shade. These are New Guinea Impatiens, and I just planted these last week. Look how much bigger that's gotten if you've seen my movie of this last week. These are another great plant for the shade. These are non-stop begonias, any type of begonias really I love for the shade. But these are expensive, and so I just normally don't buy things like this. The only reason these beautiful girls are in my garden right now is because I found them at a shop that was selling them for $1 a piece. That's the only reason they're in here right now. And I'm just like soaking it up for all it's worth right now, because man, I would love to have non-stops and New Guineas in my garden every year. So hopefully that shop does that sale again, because I will just buy it right up. And then I'll show you a couple more things before I go. So over here the other day we planted up this planter, and it's looking beautiful. And then my Benvernoy hostas are looking really shiny next to these awesome black pearl heuchera, and it's starting to bloom. These just have the precious little blooms on them. I love heuchera blooms. All right, I'll ask one more question and then I'll let you guys go. Because I got so many responses from the hosta question, if you like hosta blooms or not. Most of you I think did, but the people that didn't mainly I think said you just love the hosta leaves, which that's completely understandable. Thank you so much for answering that. I was just curious. But my next question is, do you like the heuchera blooms? I do. I love them. But let me know if you guys, choppity chop as soon as they pop up, or if you're just like, heuchera blooms, I love them. Anyway, I will let you guys go, and I think my husband is waiting on me to maybe go get something to eat. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And just, there's a couple things I didn't do. Obviously I didn't plant my rose yet. When I got down there, I noticed all the beautiful blades of grass that were popping up, and so I didn't want to disturb that. In order to plant this, I'm gonna have to be moving around in there, and so I'm just gonna wait and be patient and let the grass grow up a little bit and keep this guy watered until it's time to get down there and moving around and plant him. And then I also didn't trim back my Easy Elegans roses. I am noticing some bug damage on those. I'm pretty sure it's probably the Japanese beetles. We usually don't have problems with Japanese beetles here in my area. I'm in zone 4 or 5, and what they do is they kind of fly in for a couple weeks out of the summer, and they're usually not that aggressive, and I kind of just flick them off, and that seems to work. But I am noticing that they have kind of feasted on my Easy Elegans roses, so I'm gonna save that for another time, and I'm actually gonna make up a spray that I just make from the things in my house and spray them, and I will cut them at the same time. But anyway, we still got a lot done today, and this will be nice to kind of keep this rose up near the house by me, and I can keep enjoying it until I plant it in the ground. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.